Welcome back to Explain America. This is your host, Kyle Becker. There has been another violent attack in the state of Utah, and this follows just days after the tragic assassination of Charlie Kirk. This new threat was carried out by a number of actors that their identities are raising serious red flags. But before we get into this story, please like, share, and comment at Explain America. Join us. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. There are two suspects in custody that have reportedly carried out an attack on a Fox 13 news truck, and they are reported to have placed a bomb or an incendiary device on the truck.
Incendiary device under a Fox 13 news vehicle and later forced a Magna neighborhood to evacuate during an FBI raid. Court documents identify the suspects as 58-year-old Adib Nasser and 31-year-old Adil Justice Ahmed Nasser. Both face multiple charges, including terrorism threats, weapons of mass destruction, and possession of explosive devices. Investigators say the device under the Fox 13 vehicle was real and had been lit but failed to function. Agents later tracked the suspects to a Magna home in the 2700 South block of 8500 West. During a search of the home, the suspects told investigators that two hoax weapons of mass destruction that were discovered were real, which forced evacuations. Police also say firearms, drugs, and other contraband were found inside.
And fortunately, this bomb did not go off, and the suspects were apprehended by police. This disturbing news comes amid the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's assassination last week at Utah State University. A Utah Valley student who had gone to Utah State had carried out the attack, according to reports. Allegedly, the suspect's name is Tyler Robinson, as you know. Now, Tyler Robinson, he appears to have been radicalized by the online communities, such as on Discord, which is a gaming social media site. And there are a number of red flags in that case as well about what motivated him to carry out the attack. But the definitive statements on this and the witness reports all highly point in the direction of him being a radical leftist. So it also seems that there are reports of foreign intelligence attempting to stoke division and to exploit this tragic news in order to turn Americans against one another in the aftermath. Obviously, we're all on edge because we saw a number of radicals, whether it be nurses and teachers and students and professors, cheering on the assassin who killed an innocent man's life, a father, a husband, and someone who has always been peaceful and just attempted to engage in dialogue with those he disagreed with on college campuses in particular. So these foreign actors, Adib Nasser and Adil Justice Ahmed Nasser, appear to be from Pakistan, but they are being described in the news as being white. And this type of coding just leads to more confusion because we don't get a clear picture of the ideology of the suspects. It falsely portrays white men as being perpetrators of violence, and this type of coding fraud is rampant in the news and is weaponized by radical left-wing organizations such as the Southern Poverty Law Center, or SPLC. And so the FBI needs to do something to clean up this rampant data fraud that smears white men and right-wingers, supposedly. You look at these cases and they're not carried out by right-wingers in a lot of the cases. And the political violence that has led to the most high-profile incidents in this country for the last several years have been carried out by left-wingers or those who have some left-wing ideology. And so Kash Patel needs to clean that up as well. And one of the big reasons why is because the colleges use this data to falsely paint a picture that radical left-wingers are under siege and they are justified in using violence against so-called right-wingers who are misleadingly and in an incendiary way described as fascists or Nazis. American patriots are not anything like fascists or Nazis. American patriots killed fascists and Nazis in World War II. And the reason for that is because American patriots believe in freedom, family, community, safety, security, peace, civil society, live and let live, leave us alone. That is what American patriots believe in. They're not even trying to force their beliefs onto all Americans. So the idea that the political right is just as guilty as the political left when it comes to violence in this country and extreme rhetoric is false. If you unpack the case of Tyler Robinson, he wrote Antifa messages on those bullets. They weren't 4chan memes or jokes. They were Antifa messages. And all sorts of witness accounts now really drive home that Tyler Robinson and his partner were both Democrats supporters. So this has been Kyle Becker with Explain America. Please weigh in with your comments. We always appreciate hearing from you.